Right. Hello, Luca. Hello, Zarmegas. Welcome back to Remember 11. Last time. God, YouTube. Last time, Kokoro finally started piecing a few things together about Yuni and about, like, what kind of must be happening, and sorry, and I think we came to a similar conclusion that because of the two Yunis, they're also swapping. And one thing I think is that since cloning was brought up in such detail, given that Satoru looks very similar to Yuni, like an older version, and like Yuni being older was kind of like a teased thing in the prologue, I think that they're kind of foreshadowing that the two Yunis are clones of Satoru, probably to try to replicate his ability of switching bodies with people. So I'm gonna guess that that's probably the thing. Who knows if, hello Victor, welcome to the stream. Hello T, welcome to the stream. It could even be the fact that Kokoro may have some repressed memories that she had this power as well. And, the whole thing with, I keep forgetting her real name because I keep calling her Genocide Jack. Like how she factors into all this. Anyway, let's get back into it. When I go up, I see Yomogi sitting in a chair doing knife maintenance. He's wiping the blade of the knife with a cloth. Interested, I go to Yomogi's side. Maintenance?
Ah.
Yes.
I remember, Luca, that is completely unnecessary for doing well in the game. So yeah, if you ever feel like you don't need to do that, then, feel free.
さっきラジオを分解しようとして使っただろう。
Oh, please tell me if the music is too loud.
I tried to use it to disassemble the radio earlier, right?
油がついたかもしれないからな。
It might have gotten some oil on it then.
使い終わったら汚れを拭き取る。ナイフにとっての常識だ。
Wiping off the impurities when you're finished using it is common sense with a knife.
Yomogi continues to carefully wipe the blade as he says that.
ナイフってのはデリケートな代物なんだ。
A knife is a delicate thing.
きちんと日頃から手入れしてあげないといざって時に役に立たなくなるからね。
If you don't take care of it on a regular basis, it might not be of any use when you need the most.
After he finishes wiping, Yomogi starts to carefully check the knife.
Yep.
Hold on just a second. It seems it's perfect. He nods in satisfaction. Then, sheathing the knife, he places it on the surface of the table and stands up.
さて、ストーブの火を点検しておくか。
Well then, I guess I'll check on the fire on the stove.
Leaving the knife where it is, Yomogi walks over to the stove. I pick up the knife out of curiosity. It's considerably heavy. Its weight is much greater than I imagined from its appearance. Huh? Damn. That is a killing people knife. Jeez. I pull it out from the sheath. The overall length is about 34.5 centimeters. Really? Just about, eh? God. It's blade itself is about 20 centimeters in length. That's an odd number to just say arbitrarily. I'd say it's about 34.5 centimeters, just spitballing it there. Jeez. The blade is thick, about 5 millimeters at the blunt end.
すごいよく切れそう
Wow, it looks really sharp.
っていうかこれで切られたら痛そう
Rather, it'd really hurt if someone was cut with this. I really hope this is not going to be used to murder anyone here. It's like a combat knife used by the French mercenary troops.
おい危ないから気をつけろよ
Hey, that's dangerous, so be careful.
Yamogi notices that I've taken out the knife without permission and tells me to take care.
怪我するぞ
You'll cut yourself.
I'm not a kid.
大丈夫ですよ
Don't worry so much. I say baselessly. Oh, come on, Kokoro. I softly touch the blade of the knife. The chilly coolness transfers to my fingers.
それにしてもすごいナイフですね
Anyway, this is a good knife, isn't it? Super sugoi knife.
あ歯に触れるんじゃないせっかく拭いたばかりなのに
Whoa, don't touch the blade. I just finished wiping it down.
指の油がつくじゃないか
The oil from your fingers will rub off.
ごめんなさい
I'm sorry. I try to apologize, and at that instant... Oh my god. Oh god, here we go. Freaky Friday once more. Alarm. The next thing I know, Utsumi is standing in front of me. I jumped again. Flustered, I look at the alarm clock above the bed. It's 6:03. Damn, that's a long time. It seems like they spend a longer time in their own bodies than in the other body. Uh-oh. Like, she spends maybe like an hour in Satoru's body compared to much longer with her own, it seems. Suddenly, Utsumi grabs my arm. Her face has a ghastly expression. No more one of anxiety.
どうかしましたか
Is something wrong?
何かねこう胸騒ぎがするの
Uh-oh. Something. I feel uneasy.
胸騒ぎ
Uneasy? Utsumi nods slightly.
とても嫌な予感
I have a very bad feeling.
が例えばそう
For example, yes,
今にも地震が来そうな気配みたいな
like an earthquake is about to happen. Well, we do know the avalanche is going to happen.
地震ですか
An earthquake?
私の気のせいならいいんだけど
Yes. It'd be nice if it was just my imagination.
ここって北海道ですよね
This is Hokkaido, isn't it?
そうよ稚内の沖合の島
That's right. An island off the coast of Wakanai.
北海道って地震多いんですか
Does Hokkaido get a lot of earthquakes?
私のイメージでは地震イコール東海地方って感じがして
My image of earthquake equals the Tokai region, around the Eastern Sea.
地震は日本中起こるわ
Earthquakes happen all over Japan.
北海道でも大きな被害を出した地震が発生してる奥尻島の地震とかね
Even in Hokkaido, there are instances where earthquakes cause a lot of damage. Like in the case of the Okushiri Island earthquake, right? I remember hearing about that earthquake. With a kind smile, Utsumi
ごめん
says,
なさい気のせいだったらいいの不安にさせたら謝るわ
Sorry. It's fine if it's just my imagination. I apologize if I made you feel anxious.
いいえ、
Not at all.
また冬川さんになったのね。
You've become Fuyukawa-san again, haven't you? I can tell by your voice. Oh my god. I bet in the Satoru one, it's like, she's just about to tell him something really important, and then he jumps. And then he's like, oh, god damn it! I'll never know what she was gonna say! I attempt to confirm it for her. It feels as if the floor has disappeared. Uh-oh, what's going on? My body floats as if it's falling. Here we go. Oh, right away. No, a big tremor. It's an earthquake.
やっぱり
As I thought. I catch the staggering Utsumi in my arms. Huddling together, the two of us crouch to protect ourselves from falling objects. Crashing sounds come from things falling in the kitchen. I'm sure that it's become a hopeless mess. It's gonna be a lot of trouble to clean up. The moment I have that thought, along with the ear-splitting sounds, all the lights disappear. Earthquake causes a blackout? Uh-oh. Y'all are gonna freeze. We hear a scream from a distance. From a distance. It's Yuni's voice. Otori is probably screaming voicelessly as well.
行ってあげなきゃ。
I have to go. With the violent shaking, Utsumi tries to stand. I grab onto her arm.
ダメ。今歩き回っては危険です。
No, walking around now would be dangerous.
でもあの子たちが
But the children.
揺れが収まったら行ってあげましょう。
Let's go when the shaking settles. The intense tremor settled down after about 30 seconds. Utsumi snaps up to her feet and flies out of the room. I follow after her. Ooh, choices.
私、ユニの方見てきます。
Hello, Lestat. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna check on Yuni. Utsumi nods without turning and runs towards Otori's room.
ユニ、無事。
Yuni, are you okay? I come flying into Yuni's room. He's crouching in the corner of the room with a blanket pulled over his head. It's like when we first met in this room. A face distorted in terror. Large teardrops flowing from his eyes.
怖いよ。怖いよ。心。
I'm scared. I'm scared, Kokoro.
もう大丈夫。
You're
大丈夫
safe.
だから。
You're safe now. You may be remembering the plane crash. The sensation of falling with a sudden jerk is similar to the gravity lost in the airplane.
心。僕を一人ぼっちにしないでよ。
Kokoro, don't leave me.
大丈夫だよ。ここにいる。
It's all right, sweetheart. I'm here.
手繋いでてあげるから。ね。
I'll hold your hand, okay? I grip Yuni's palm firmly, just like that time in the crash.
あなたは心じゃないよ。
You aren't Kokoro. God damn it. Crying, Yuni clings to me.
怖かったよ。
I was so scared.
泣かないで。泣かないで。大丈夫だからね。
Don't cry, don't cry. It's okay now. I hug Yuni until he stops crying. I'm sure glad we went to his room. I rub his small back again and again.
ユニ君は無事だった。
Is Yuni-kun safe? Utsumi has entered the room. She's gently holding Otori's shoulder. Otori's face is pale, but it doesn't seem as if she's injured.
なんとか無事です。
He's all right, more or less. A somewhat relieved look appears on Utsumi's face, but her expression is still stiff.
よかった。
Thank goodness.
でもまだ安心はできないわ。
But we can't relax yet.
どうしてですか？
Why?
津波が来ないとも限らないから。
Because it's not certain that there won't be a tsunami. We're on a mountain. How would a tsunami affect us all the way up here?
津波？
Tsunami? Yeah, the image of a tsunami and the sea during winter don't connect immediately.
奥尻の地震では津波によって大きな被害が出たの。
Like, aren't we like high up in a mountain? How would a tsunami affect us all the way over here? Yes, in the Okushiri earthquake, a lot of damage was caused by a tsunami. Oh, hello, Fawful. Welcome back.
アオサギ島も地理的に同じような位置関係にある。安心はできないの。
Aosagi Island is in a similar geographical position. We can't let our guard down yet. Otori grabs onto Utsumi's arm with anxiety on her face. While gently stroking her head.
大丈夫よ。私が守ってあげるからね。
It's going to be fine, dear. I'll protect you.
最後までちゃんと。
Properly. Until the end.
僕たち死んじゃうの？
Are we gonna die?
そんなわけないでしょ。絶対に平気だよ。
Hello, Relest. Welcome to the stream. There's no way that'll happen, right? We'll definitely be fine. Feeling Yuni's hand shaking, I clasp it tightly once again. Oh, sorry.
津波を防ぐ手立てはないんですか？高いところに登るとか。
Isn't there any way to protect ourselves from a tsunami? Like climbing up to higher ground?
時計台はどうかな？あそこなら。
How about in the clock tower? If we're there. Utsumi shakes her head from side to side.
時計台は登る方法がわからないの。
I don't know how to get up to the clock tower.
え？わからない？
Ooh, is that where the final boss is? Huh? You don't know?
ええ。有機道くんなら知ってるかもしれないけど。
Yes, Yukido-kun might know, but Satoru's personality isn't here right now.
それじゃあ津波が来ないことを祈るしかないってこと？
Then we can only pray that there won't be a tsunami?
そうなるわ。
It seems so. In slower cases, it can take a tsunami over 10 minutes to hit. In the darkness, we make our way to the living area almost by touch. Because the living area has a large window, it's slightly brighter. Tableware is scattered on the floor of the kitchen and living area, probably from the shock of the earthquake. Some of it is broken. Things like kitchen knives have fallen too, so it's dangerous. Looking at this makes me once again realize that a huge earthquake has occurred. I press the power button on the TV, but it doesn't work because it's a power outage. We're unable to obtain any information. With me holding onto Yuni's trembling shoulder, we gather ourselves together and hold our breath. Thinking we might be able to hear the sound of a tsunami approaching, we strain our ears. The 10 or so minutes that have passed feel like an eternity. What we hear is only the roaring of the raging snowstorm. ominous sound of an approaching wave never arrives. I wonder if we're safe now. Kokoro. He called me Kokoro. Yay! He's only ever called me that when he's scared. But it makes me really happy that he called me Kokoro. Grasping his hand, I opened my mouth. We couldn't stay together until the end at the time of the crash. But we're together now, right? That's what I intend to say. However, my consciousness is cut off there. Oh my god, jeez. A taste of the primordial sea. Dang. That was a quick one. Again, this sensation. The sensation of the boundary line of the body being lost and everything melting away. A floating feeling where you don't even know whether you're facing up or down. And yet there is no unease. Damn, this is, oh my god. This is that background from Higurashi. Oh my god. I recognize this. This is that background from Higurashi. And yet there is no unease. An absolute feeling of relief rules over me. For all eternity. Uh-oh, I think I got a bad end. If only I could remain in this time for all eternity. Oh, no, I didn't. Discord of group consciousness. Wonder if I can get an invite to that Discord. Oh, no, she's back. I thought it was like a bad end for a second. Before I know it, I'm inside the shelter cabin. Wrapped in a blanket, I'm watching the fire above the stove. In the stove. I was shivering in fear of earthquakes and tsunamis just a few seconds ago, but the current me is shivering from the cold instead. In many ways, I have no time to relax. If things continue this way, sooner or later I'm likely to just collapse, both mentally and emotionally. Right, I need to check the time. I looked down at the watch on my right wrist. Huh? It's gone again! Jeez Louise, just what is going on? Getting irritated. I look around and see it lying on the table. I look at the face of the watch. Hands are pointing to 6:36. What was the last one again? I forgot. 6:36, huh? Oh, hello, Ness. Welcome to the stream.
どうしたブツブツ独り言言って
What's wrong? You're muttering to yourself.
Yomogi peeks at my face, his expression worried.
なんでもありません。ちょっと考え事してて。
It's nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I was just thinking about something.
その口調は冬川さんか
That tone. Fuyakawa-san.
はい。
Yes. Looking as if he wants to say, oh, brother. Yomogi scratches his head. Then his bearded face distorts into a forced smile.
晩飯は乾パンだ
Dinner is hardtack biscuits.
味気ないが食っといた方がいい君は朝飯抜きなんだしな
They don't taste like anything, but it's better to eat them. You went without breakfast after all.
I only licked a single hard candy, so my stomach is painfully empty.
いただきます。
Thanks for the meal. Yomogi hands me a can of biscuits and a cup of chamomile tea. Wow, that is a loaded question, Ness. I toss the biscuits into my mouth. Indeed, they have no taste at all. I had a bite of one yesterday too, and I still definitely can't call them delicious. I guess expecting the emergency rations to be delicious is too much to ask for. But still, I have to eat. If I don't eat, I won't live. I wash down the biscuits with chamomile tea.
なんでここに置かれているのがカモミールティーなのかわかるかい？
Do you know why the people who sit at this cabin had chamomile tea put in here?
鎮静作用があるって言ってましたけど、何か理由があるんですか？
You've said it as a calming effect. But is there some other specific reason?
合ってないような理由だけどね。
It's not so much of a reason, but
カモミールティーは不眠にも効くんだよ。
chamomile tea also helps with insomnia.
こんな極限状況じゃ神経が高ぶって寝られなくなるだろう。
Extreme situations like this, with high tension makes it harder to sleep, right?
少しでも落ち着いて安眠ができるようにっていう配慮だね。
It was in consideration of that, so we could keep relaxed even a little and get some quiet sleep.
でも冬山で寝ちゃうのって危険じゃないですか？
But wouldn't it be dangerous to fall asleep on a snowy mountain?
よくコントなんかで眠ったら死ぬぞビシッバシッなんてやってるのを見ますけど。
The stories are like, people are always saying things like, "You'll die if you sleep!" and slapping each other awake and stuff, right?
確かに低体温症が進むと急激に眠くなったりするんだが、そうでない限りは睡眠はとった方がいいんだ。
It's true that when hypothermia sets in, you feel a sudden drowsiness. But as long as it isn't that, it's better to sleep when you can.
When I was a little kid in winter, when the snow was thick enough, sometimes I just would like to lie down in the snow and after doing a snow angel and just relax in it, because to me that could get so comfortable. But I was scared because I know you should not supposed to fall in sleep to sleep in snow, and I got very worried. So I made sure not to, get too tired when I was doing that.
If you don't sleep, you use a considerable amount of physical strength.
カモミールティーが置かれているのはそれなりに理にかなっているというわけ。
The reason they had chamomile tea here was out of consideration for that.
Saying that, Yomogi sticks a finger deep into the can of biscuits. He picks out a piece of rock sugar and places it in his cup. I didn't know there was such a thing as rock sugar. I thought like sugar cubes were the biggest solid version of sugar you can get. And then he smiles at me, as if to say I should try doing the same. Just as he had, I try putting a lump of rock sugar into my cup of chamomile tea. It's a little hot, but I stir it with my finger. The sweetness added to the chamomile tea feels as if it's penetrating every corner of my tired body.
よもぎさんっていろいろ詳しいんですね。
You know a lot, Yomogi-san.
いろいろは詳しくないよ。僕が知ってるのは山のことだけだ。
I don't know a lot at all. I only know a lot about mountains.
いや、山のことに詳しいというのもちょっと語弊があるな。
Interesting.
Now, even saying that I know a lot about mountains is a little misleading.
Oh wow, that's very humble of him.
僕は山のことしか知らないんだ。
I don't know anything about anything besides mountains.
下界のこと、人々の流行、政治、経済、山以外のことは何もわからない。
The world, fashion trends, politics, the economy. I don't know anything about anything outside of the mountains.
特に
Especially.
Uh-oh. Clicked off screen accidentally. A voice rings from the corner of the room and interrupts his speech.
そんなに山に詳しいんだったら、この状況をなんとかしなさいよ。
If you know that much about mountains, then do something about this situation!
ここはあんたのホームグラウンドなんでしょ？山男。
This is your home ground, isn't it, Mountain Man? Yomogi shrugs his shoulders.
特に女という生き物が何よりも僕にはわからないね。
Especially the beings known as women. I know less about them than anything.
Now don't get started with that too. I just came from that in Rose Gun days. God. Jeez. Mayuzumi, who until now had been lying around wrapped in her blanket, raises herself up. Raising one eyebrow, she stares at Yomogi.
いつの時代を生きてんの？明治？大正？それともジュラ紀？
Just what era are you from? Meiji? Taisho? Or maybe Jurassic?
白亜紀の生まれだ。
I was born in the Cretaceous period.
三葉虫か。
A trilobite, huh? No, Mayuzumi, trilobites were well before the Cretaceous period. Cretaceous is the end of the Mesozoic. Trilobites were in the freaking Paleozoic era, even well before the Permian period. Trilobites are extremely older. Come on, Mayuzumi, you're showing your ignorance.
一応突っ込んでおくが、三葉虫は白亜紀じゃないぞ。
Thank you, Yomogi.
I'll refrain from making a comeback to that for the time being. But trilobites aren't from the Cretaceous period.
あのね、女という生き物が僕にはわからないなんて今時流行らないって言ってんの。
You know, saying things like, I know less about women than anything, isn't fashionable anymore.
だから、流行り廃りのことは何も知らないって言っただろう。
That's why I said I don't know anything about changes in fashion, right?
いいから、黙って寝てろよ、マユスミ。
Just be quiet and go to sleep, Mayuzumi. You can bitch about things later.
私に命令すんじゃねえよ。
Don't order me around!
あのな、脅すわけじゃないが、冬山の寒さってのは正真正銘、かけねなしの死神だ。
You know, I'm not trying to threaten you, but without exaggerating, a snowy mountain is truly the Grim Reaper.
弱いやつから順番に、そして確実に命を奪っていく。
Starting with the weakest person and working up, it snatches away each life without fail.
情け容赦は一切しない。
I won't show an ounce of sympathy or mercy.
Whoa. Mayuzumi falters at his grave tone and retreats to her usual sitting position.
分かったな。無駄なエネルギーを使うのはやめるんだな。
Understand? Stop wasting your energy.
火がなくなる前に体力を温存しとけ。
Reserve your strength as much as you can before the fire goes out.
ちょっと待ってよ。火がなくなるってどういう意味？
Wait a second. What do you mean before the fire goes out?
勝手に絶やすんじゃないわよ。
Don't just let it go out!
薪の量は限られてるんだ。
The amount of firewood we have is limited.
お前が寒い寒いってうるさいから節約も最小限にとどめて使っちまってる。
Because you were always saying it's cold, it's cold. We weren't using it economically.
この分だと明日か明後日には確実に。
With only this amount left, either tomorrow or the day after, we'll...
冗談よしてよ。
Enough joking around!
そうなる前になんとかしなさいよ。
Do something before that happens.
なんとかって言われてもな。
Something you say?
僕にどうしろと。
What do you want me to do?
Wearing her blanket like a mantle, Mayuzumi points to the door of the cabin.
助けを呼びに行きなさい。今すぐに。
Go and call for help. This instant!
はいはい、了解しましたよ、女王様。
Yeah, yeah, understood. Your Majesty.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Didn't I call her that? Didn't I call her that a few days ago? A few streams ago? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Yomogi goes down into the storeroom with his bag in hand. Without hesitating, he gathers all the mountain climbing equipment and returns.
それじゃあ行ってくるよ。
Well, then I'm going.
Surprised at Yomogi's words, I'm not gonna warn Mayuzumi. Then again, I seem to be collecting Mayuzumi points. I hope I'm not blocked off by something arbitrary if I try to go for a Mayuzumi ending, only for the game to say like, sorry, you don't got enough points to see this ending. But the big choice is right here, to stop him or warn the girl that was really tsundere toward him. Let's see. God. I think I'm gonna try to stop him.
待ってください、ヨモギさん。
Please wait, Yomogi-san!
こんな吹雪の中、出て行ったら。
If you got in a snowstorm like this,
止めるんじゃないわよ。せっかく助けを呼びに行くって言ってんだから。
don't you try to stop him. He finally said he's going to call for help.
助かるチャンスを不意にしないでよね。
Don't blow our chance to be saved. Oh, don't blow our chance to be saved. Okay? Yes, pa? Mayuzumi puffs out her chest as if it's her own achievement.
ああ、舞泉の言う通りだ。
Yeah, just as Mayuzumi said.
せっかく行く気になったんだから止めないでくれよ、冬川さん。
I'm finally in the mood to go, so don't try and stop me, Fuyakawa-san.
Saying that, Yamogi raises a finger in front of Mayuzumi's face.
下山に1週間。
1 week to get down the mountain.
With a quick movement, he raises another finger.
救助隊を連れて戻ってくるまでにさらに1週間。
And 1 week to call the rescue team and then return here.
What? Ignoring the surprise in Mayuzumi's voice, Yamogi puts his hands together.
悪いな、眉澄。
Sorry, Mayuzumi.
そういうわけで2週間ばかり留守にするよ。
So that means I'll be out for 2 weeks.
誰か来たらそう伝えといてくれ。
Someone calls, let him know that. Someone comes, let him know that.
Okay, you guys, I'm just gonna take a really quick break. I will be back ASAP. All right. Sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Right in front of me as I stand dumbfounded, Yamogi's hand reaches for the door.
Bye then.
待ちなさいよ。
Wait right there! Flustered, Mayuzumi closes the door. She grabs Yamogi's arm and yells,
私たちを見殺しにするっていうの？
Are you going to leave us here to die?
お前が助けを呼びに行けって言ったんだろうが。
Oh my god.
You're the one who told me to go for help.
そんなにかかるとは思わなかったのよ。
I didn't think it would take so long. Yamogi throws his back to the floor and glares at Mayuzumi.
雪山ではな、たった一人の勝手な行動がチーム全体を死に追いやるんだ。
When you're trapped on a mountain, the selfishness of a single person can lead to the death of the entire team.
行動だけじゃない。
It's not just your behavior.
お前みたいなバカなことを言う奴が一人でもいると、チーム全体の連帯感に亀裂が生じるんだ。
There's a single person who goes on idiotically like you. It will form cracks in the unity of the team.
そんなに目くじら立てて怒らなくったって。
You really don't have to get so worked up. Oh my god. Pot kettle black. Mayuzumi looks down and wraps herself in her blanket, as if sulking. Going back to her territory, she sits down and hugs her knees. Letting out a sigh deep enough to shrivel his chest, Yamogi sits next to Mayuzumi. And shifting his tone from violent to gentle, he continues.
なあ、頼むよ、前住。
Okay. I'm begging you, Mayuzumi.
生き延びたいんだったら、僕の言うことを聞いてくれ。
Listen to me if you want to survive.
君が男の言うことを聞くのが嫌いな女性だってのはうすうす分かってる。
I can tell somewhat that you're the kind of woman who hates doing what men tell you to do.
でも、雪山で生き抜くためには統一された意志が必要なんだ。
But to survive on a snowy mountain, we need a unified will.
輪の乱れをついて、そこから死が忍び寄ってくる。それが雪山なんだよ。
After a disturbance in harmony like this, death starts to creep near. That's what a snowy mountain is like.
不平や不満は助かったらいくらでも聞いてやるから。
I'll listen to as many of your gripes and complaints as you want once we're saved, okay?
Silence standoff. Mayuzumi had buried her face in her knees, but now casts a sidelong glance at Yamogi. Perhaps Yamogi's words have moved her heart. That's what I think, but...
ああ、なんだか疲れちゃった
I'm kind of tired.
ねえ、顔洗いたいんだけど、お湯沸かしてくれない
Hey, I want to wash my face. So could you warm up some water?
てめえ
Oh my god.
You!
Yamogi clenches his fist and makes a face as if saying, if you weren't a woman, I'd really let you have it. Trembling and quivering.
まあまあ、よもぎさん、落ち着いて。
No, no. Calm down, Yamogi-san.
まあ受けちゃってばっかみたい
What an idiot. Taking it so seriously.
冗談よ
I was just kidding. Really? You never kid about anything. Mayuzumi puts the rock sugar from her biscuits into her mouth and chews on it as she jumps onto the top bunk. It must be vexing for her to have been defeated by Yamogi's sound arguments. Her eyes fixed on the wall. Mayuzumi isn't looking this way. Yamogi releases his clenched fist and takes a deep breath.
なあ、冬川さん。どうして僕はあんな女を助けちまったのかな。
Hey, Fuyukawa-san. Why'd I ever save a woman like that?
Oh wow, I wonder if like she's tsundere for him or something.
助けなかったら、よもぎさんらしくないですよ。
Wouldn't have been like you not to save her, Yamogi-san. When I tell him my true feelings, Yamogi's shoulders drop.
やめてくれよ。そんなこと言われたら、いざって時に君を見捨てられなくなる。
Stop that. If you say something like that, I won't be able to abandon you if the situation calls for it.
見捨てるつもりなんですか？
You were planning on abandoning me?
助かる可能性がなくなったらな。
If I thought we'd all lost hope of being saved.
つまり、助かる可能性がある限りは、助けてくれるんですね。
In other words, it looks as long as there's a chance that we'll be saved, you will come and save me. N'est-ce pas? Oh goddamn it! I'm reading it as the wrong person. Fuck! That's not my Izumi's Kokoro. In other words, as long as there's a chance that we'll be saved, you'll come and save me, right?
そうとも言うが、その言い方は少々照れくさいね。
You could say that, but the way you put it is a little embarrassing.
Yamogi scratches the tip of his nose and sits down in front of the stove. He's still wearing all the equipment he prepared to go for help.
荷物は片付けたらどうですか？助けを呼びに行くわけじゃないんですから。
How about we put away your things? It's not like you're going out to call for help anymore. I say, growing anxious. I don't think he's gonna leave us, but the fact that he's remained ready to go at all times scares me. If he disappears, I don't think we'll make it by ourselves.
いや、どうせ出かけるつもりだったからな。
No, I was planning on going out anyway.
どこへですか？
Where? God, Kokoro.
そんな泣きそうな顔すんなよ、上川さん。
Don't get so upset, Fuyakawa-san. I'm talking in metaphors.
だって。
But
墜落機のところへさ。
I'm going to the crash site.
残骸のどこかに無線機があるはずだ。
There must be a wireless radio somewhere within the wreckage.
フライトレコーダーとかは別電源になっているって言うだろう。無線機の電源も生きてるかもしれない。
They say flight records have their own power source. Well, the radio might still be alive. They say flight records have their own power source. The radio might be still alive.
もっとも無傷で残っている確率はゼロに等しいが、試してみる価値はあるだろう。
However, chances of finding one in perfect condition are close to zero. But it's worth a shot, don't you think?
他にも食料や役に立ちそうなものが転がってるかもしれないし。
There might be food and other useful things there might turn up too.
でもこんな吹雪の中出て行ったら。
But if you go out in a blizzard like this,
吹雪が多少収まったらの話だよ。
I'm going when the blizzard settles down a bit.
今出て行ったら僕でも死んでしまうよ。
If I went out now, even I would die.
I run my hand down my chest.
くれぐれも気をつけてくださいね。
Please be careful, okay?
ここではあなただけが頼りなんだから。
You're the only one we can rely on here. He's not Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yamoki scratches his nose in embarrassment and nods while looking away.
その飛行機の残骸を捜索しに行く時のことなんだけど。
It's about when you go to search in the wreckage.
Huh?
もちろん私も協力したいのは山々なんだけど。
Of course. I want to help as much as I can.
ああ、そんなことは気にすることないさ。
Oh, you don't have to worry about that.
そうじゃないの。そういう意味じゃなくて。
No, that's not it. That's not what I meant.
なんていうか、もしかしたらその時私は私じゃないかもしれない。
How do I say this? It might be that when the time comes, I won't be myself anymore.
有機道君のことかい？
You mean Yukito-kun, right?
そう。
Right.
だからもしもその時私がサトルだったとしたら、彼にこう言っといて。
In that case, if I happen to be Satoru at that time, can you tell him this?
よもぎさんにできる限り協力しなさいって。
Help Yomogi-san out as much as you can. I say it seriously, but Yomogi raises his voice in laughter.
自分の口からそんなことは言えないよ。
Huh. There's no way I could say something like that myself.
それもそうね。
That's true. Yomogi slaps his knee.
それで思い出した。
Oh, I just remembered.
大事なことを忘れてたよ。
I forgot to tell you something important.
God damn it.
大事なことって？
Something important? Oh no, don't say that! While searching in his pocket, Yomogi-san says,
君らはどうなのかわからないけど、
Well, I don't really know what it's like for you guys.
僕にとっては君らは一人なんだよ。
But for me, you two are one of the same.
人格が変わったからといって別人として認識するのは難しいんだ。
Even if your personality changes, it's difficult to recognize you as a different person.
何しろ顔や姿形が同じなのだから。
Your face and appearance are the same after all.
何が言いたいんですか？
What are you trying to say? And also listen to my voice. Yomogi, fumbling around in his pocket, takes out a thin piece of paper.
ああ、これだ。
Ugh, this is it.
He hands it over to me. It's thin paper you peel off the surface of cardboard boxes. Several characters have been written on it.
有機道君に頼まれてたんだ。
Yukito-kun told me to give it to you.
これメモ。
That's a note? Satoru had left me a note on the as here as well.
冬川さんが戻ってきたらそれを渡してくれってね。
He told me to give you that to Fukawa-san as she returned.
でも冬川さんは扉を開けてただいまってな具合に戻ってくるわけじゃない。だからすっかり忘れていたってわけ。
But it's not like Fukawa-san opens the door and says I'm back or anything like Sora. That's why I completely forgot.
言ってることわかるかな？
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
はい、なんとなく。
Yes, somewhat. Yomogi seems to want to make an excuse for why he'd forgotten to pass me the note, but that doesn't matter at all. In an emergency situation like this, asking for perfection is unfair. I don't have any intention of blaming him. Instead, I'm unbearably anxious about Satoru's note.
メモ読みたいんで。
I want to read the note.
ああ。
Yeah.
Separating myself from Yomogi, I sit down on the bed. I look at the scrap of paper. There's only a single line. Listen to the voice recorder. I look in my pocket. Oh, this is the first time he left a message for her. I take out the palm-sized voice recorder and press the switch. I try playing it back. Soon I hear a voice coming from the small speaker of the recorder.
心、さっきのメッセージの続きだ。
Oh my god, okay, so his voice sounds the same as Kokoro. When he's in her body. Kokoro. This is a continuation of my message from before. It's my voice! My voice which I don't remember recording! It's proof that during the time in which I have no memory of being in the cabin, Kokoro Fukawa's body is being operated by Satoru. I continue listening, growing excited. That is so weird. Why does she keep her voice, but Satoru changes his? Since I don't know when we'll transfer again, I'll just get down to business. Calm down and listen, okay? Uh-oh. Actually, seems that yep, it's something to do with him. That's right, the note it ended there, probably right as he was recording it. What's up with Satoru's body, I wonder? Well, yep, we knew that from the opening, yep. It seems someone is after my life. After your life? What do you mean? The voice message continues. I anxiously keep listening. But... oh, God damn it! Scars taste like paranoia. All of a sudden, my field of vision turns pitch black. And I feel a sharp, burning pain running down my left arm. I scream, not knowing what's going on. What's happening? My heart is beating quickly. Because of the pain in my left arm, I can't think. What's happening? It hurts. What does this mean? Why is it so dark? Where's the electricity? It hurts. Somebody! The inside of my head is falling into panic. I finally noticed that my posture is weird. I've been standing until just a moment ago. Now I'm crawling on the floor as though groveling. Have I fallen over? But moreover, this pain is no laughing matter. This isn't on the same level as the pain you feel just from bumping into something. I strain my eyes in the darkness. Is someone there? I can't tell. I can't determine whether there's anyone there or not because my eyes aren't adapted to the darkness. It looks like someone is there. It feels like no one is there. I'm so agitated that I can't even tell. I have to run. I instinctively think this. I don't know what's happening, but right now it feels like my life is at risk. Still on all fours, I endure the pain and make my escape by crawling away. I reach the large window that faces the terrace. Here, I finally notice that I'm now inside Sphia. I transferred again. A faint light shines in from outside. Beyond the window is only gray. The snow continues to blow. I deliriously beat on the window. I have to run if I don't get outside. But I don't know how to open the window. I timidly turn and let my head look behind me. Engulfed in dimness, the inner part of the living area isn't reached by the light. None of the places I glance at have any silhouettes in them, but they may just be hiding. What do I do? It's dangerous to just stand here. I gotta run. But where? Where's the safest? Well, I'm definitely not gonna go to the entrance. That's a one-way ticket, like you easily get cornered there. I maybe hide in a room? Let's see. Take refuge in someone's room. If I lock myself in and bar the door, I should be able to escape my pursuer. Whose room? Satoru's room. I don't stop to consider anywhere else. In this situation, I can't trust anyone. Keeping a sharp lookout, I make for Satoru's room. Closing the door, I lock it behind me. I should be safe for now. Just as relief had set in, my fear from before begins to return bit by bit, and I crumble to the ground, my strength drained. I can't put any power into my torso. My body quivers. With the spell of tension broken, the pain in my left arm begins to sharpen. Softly touching it, I feel something slippery. Yep, she got stabbed or something. I have a feeling that, just like in Danganronpa, Genocide Jack might be a big old red herring. It's blood. Yukido-kun? I jump. Someone's in the room. Who? Oh, for fuck's sake. It's me. That voice. Utsumi-san. Yes, that's right. Is something wrong, dear? It's terrible. Just now. I stop mid-sentence and hurriedly snap my mouth shut. Why is Utsumi in Satoru's room? Oh, there's probably some arbitrary reason for it. Yukido-kun? What happened just now? What's wrong? The presence of the one I recognize as Utsumi moves. She's walking toward me. What do I do? Should I run? Can I trust Utsumi? What if Utsumi was the one who attacked me? I don't think that's true. She would have had plenty of time to sneak into this room while I was running away. I can't deny the possibility that she's the pursuer, waiting to ambush me. But on the other hand, if Utsumi isn't the culprit, if she leaves the room, she'll be stepping directly into the path of certain danger. Yukido-kun, are you all right? Utsumi's presence presses in further, now almost right in front of me. What do I do? What should I believe? I don't know. I shut my eyes tight. Oh. It seems the power has been restored. Huh? I slowly open my eyes. Of course, that's her. Just as Utsumi says, the electricity is back. To my eyes, which have become accustomed to the dark, it's blinding, so I shield them with my hand. Just then the clock on the shelf enters my field of vision. 7:43. Okay, so it's been like an hour and a half. It seems almost now it's happening like close to an hour between them. Because Satoru had said to please check the time, I've been unconsciously become sensitive to the presence of clocks. Has it been about 10 minutes since the transfer? If that's the case, the last transfer happened at 7:33.
ユキドくん、あなたどうしたの？
Yukido-kun, what's wrong? Your voice just suddenly up-pitched about a couple of octaves. Mitsumi's face grows pale, and she rushes over towards me. I involuntarily tense.
血が出てるじゃない。
You're bleeding. I thought so. I look at my left arm as well, and I'm profoundly shocked. My, or more accurately Satoru's left arm, dyed a deep red. Not only that, there are drops forming on my fingers that drip to the floor. Many bloodstains have already formed there. I grow dizzy. Feels like I'm gonna go anemic. My left arm is already hot, like it's burning. The pain reverberates throughout my whole body.
すぐに手当てしないと。
We have to treat it immediately.
待ってて。すぐに救急箱。
Wait here. I'll go and get the first aid kit right away. Separating from me, Utsumi quickly moves to leave the room. I panic and grab Utsumi's arm, pulling her back. Wait!
今外に出たら危険よ。
Wait! If you go outside right now, you'll be in danger! Huh? Utsumi turns back towards me with suspicion.
その
That is... Silence envelops the room.
冬川さん。何？
Is that you, Fuyukawa-san? Boy, we keep coming and going, don't we?
そうです。
Yes, it is. I have to say it.
私がこっちに来た直前に、
Right before I came here.
つまり人格交換が起きた直前にということですけど。
I just mean before the personality exchange happened. That's what I mean.
ええ。
Yes.
誰かに襲われたの。
Someone was attacking me.
この手もその時に。
That was when my head...
誰かって。
Someone, you say?
わかりません。顔は見えませんでした。
I don't know who. I didn't see their face. Utsumi stays silent. She's probably contemplating who the culprit is. Other than myself and Utsumi, only Yuni and Inabashi, Hotori, are currently in Sphere. Seeing as though I was attacked, I'm obviously exempt, meaning as one of the remaining three. Unless, for some reason, Satoru did that to himself. Maybe to try to induce a swap? I have no idea. Yuni's only a child. He's a really good kid, so there's no way he'd attack me. That's what I'd like to think, but I don't have any proof. I think that this is in a wary corner of my mind. There's something unnatural about the kid named Yuni. Especially the way he speaks. There's something strangely out of place about it. Come to think of it, when we were reunited, he said I wanted to see you and... Wait. That's the Yuni of the shelter cabin. It isn't the Sphere Yuni. But aren't the Yuni in the cabin and the Yuni in the Sphere the same person? Everything related to Yuni is full of mysteries. I think of him as a really good kid, but he might possess something I'm not aware of. As for Inabushi and Utsumi, they're even more suspicious than Yuni. If Inabushi Keiko awakens, then that would mean the awakening of the murderer. On the other hand, it seemed like it was really strange for Utsumi to have been in Satoru's room. Take a good look at Utsumi. Ah! I almost let out a scream. Utsumi's palms, her palms are... oh. They're covered in blood. As I thought, is she the one who... uh-oh. I take a quick inventory of the room. I don't see anything especially out of place. There aren't any knives wet with blood or anything like that lying around. But... I don't know. Oh wow, there's a CG. She's going like, how the hell? What? I'm not a murderer. How did I get this blood on my hand? In reality, she probably touched something wet with blood. I don't know. Could this kind-looking woman really have done it? I bet not. With that expression? I mean, I could be wrong, but... something so terrible. I can't even imagine Utsumi brandishing a knife. Utsumi seems to notice that her hands are covered in blood as well. Taken aback, she looks at them. No, this isn't... What did Satoru stop her doing? This is from when you stopped me. I touched her arm, so... I hadn't said anything yet. Utsumi's face grows resentful. I can tell what you're thinking, even if you don't say it out loud. From that look in your eyes. The atmosphere of the room instantly sours. Utsumi and I both stand stock still, neither meeting the other's eyes. Hey! As if she's trying to say something very difficult, Utsumi's timid voice cuts in. Your memory of being attacked, is it clear? Huh? No, I was caught up in the moment, so I can't say it was clear. But what are you trying to say? Hello, Nicker. Welcome to the stream. Oh no. Utsumi. I mean, it is possible that Satoru attacked himself. I wonder if you really were being attacked. I'm bewildered. I wonder what she's talking about. Don't get angry and just listen, okay? I wonder if it's possible that you're thinking you were being attacked was just a hallucination. I became sullen. There's no way it was a hallucination. Oh god damn it. Fucking hell. Sorry. clicked off the screen. This stupid thing, I fucking swear.
じゃあ、私に怪我させたのは誰なんですか？
There's no way it was a hallucination. It's a fact that my left arm was wounded. But who was it that injured me? Luca, did something flash up on the screen there for a second? Ah, jeez. You. Yep, that is a possibility. That Satoru did something for some reason. Huh? It was you, wasn't it? I swear, sometimes Utsumi can become so vindictive. Just completely out of the blue. There's no way! If it wasn't you who caused the injury, it may have been Yukido-kun. In other words, it appears that Utsumi's trying to say that Satoru had cut himself. That can't be! I'm sure it was... Certainly. I didn't see anyone. There isn't any proof. However, I don't think Satoru would cut himself. Besides, he told me.
It seems someone is after me.
Are there any signs that Satoru has a tendency to hurt himself? Utsumi shakes her head as if troubled. No, I don't really know. Yep. Which means it could have very well been in a Oh, we have a Genocide Jack issue again. Oh boy. Someone get the pictures of Togami. Utsumi shuts her mouth mid-sentence. Inubushi Keiko. Inubu. In other words, Utsumi wants to say it was Inubushi Keiko. Yes, Inubushi Keiko is a unique serial killer. If I'm trying to find out who attacked me, it's true that she's the most likely suspect. If she awakens, Sophia could become the stage of an unprecedented tragedy. I probably had a really serious look on my face. Utsumi gives me a kind smile as if to help me relax. We don't really know anything yet, so it isn't good to go recklessly suspecting anyone, even though I just kind of did that. Moreover, we have to hurry up and treat you. Utsumi unlocks the door and opens it just enough to peer outside and see what's happening. There isn't anyone especially suspicious looking out there. Come on now. The figures of Yuni and Hotori are there in the kitchen. Our tenseness causes both Utsumi and I to give a start when we see them. Either of them may be the one who attacked me. Even if I try to act calm, I can't help but be wary of them. Oh, thank you for telling me that, Luca. However, I don't see anything especially suspicious. Of course, they aren't holding knives or anything, and there isn't any trace of splattered blood on them. Satoru! What's wrong? Yuni says in exaggerated astonishment. It's only natural, I guess. In order to show my composure, I smile. I can't smile. Oh God, poor Kokoro. An intense pain runs through me. It didn't seem like the blood was stopping, and drops of it fell here and there as I walked, adding new blood stains to the floor.
血がいっぱい出てるよ。大丈夫なの？
Hey, you're bleeding a lot. Are you okay? Yuni honestly seems uneasy. Then Utsumi pats Yuni's head gently while smiling. Kawaiso, kawaiso.
冬川さんがね、ちょっと手を滑らせて自分で切っちゃったのよ。
You see, Fuyukawa-san's hand slipped, and this cut happened accidentally.
そうなの？
Huh? Is that true? Oh, and something... Oh god, I gotta check on something upstairs. I'm so sorry. I will be right back. I swear this background music has some weird ass laughing in it from time to time. It's like, it creeps me out a bit. Jeez. Friggin' cats being crazy. Jeez. Is that true?
っていうか、今は心になってるの？
Or rather, are you Kokoro now? I really would love her to interview this Yuni about Kokoro. Like, how long has he been in this facility? I really want to know, how does he know who Kokoro is? How long has he been in this facility? Like, was he part of the plane crash and came here? Or, like, what happened to him? I wish she would interview him and ask him what's going on. Yes. Though Utsumi's words made me feel gloomy, I forced a smile to my face. I break out in a cold sweat from the pain.
おっちょこちょいだね。
How careless of you. Yuni seems to have accepted what Utsumi is saying. This Yuni somehow seems nicer than the other Yuni. Maybe the two little Yunis don't have exactly the same thing going on as Kokoro and Satoru. I don't know. But they definitely have something going on that's similar, I would imagine. I myself can't accept it at all. There's definitely a culprit. But I feel it wouldn't be good if I were to say that out loud. I don't want to provoke the real culprit. I don't want to suspect an innocent person. Just like Utsumi says, it isn't good to doubt people when you don't know anything yet. Right now, it's best if I just observe the situation and gather clues.
ねえ、救急箱を持ってきて。
Hey, can you go get the first aid kit? Itsumi dispenses instructions to Yuni and Hotori, then sits me down. Hotori comes pattering up to me with the first aid kit. Judging from her panicked appearance, she's probably worried about me as well. Yuni is watching at a distance. Perhaps he isn't good with blood. Oh, wait just a moment. I'm gonna go wash my hands. She probably can't do anything to treat me while they're bloody like that. Itsumi trots over to the sink. Then, as if saying I'll do it myself, Hotori points at the tip of her own nose. Really, Hotori saying,
I'll do it myself.
and just grabbing the Infinity Glove. Jeez, Infinity Gauntlet. Standing in front of me, she opens the first aid kit. Ah! Hotori's hands are clumsy. She's struggling to wrap the bandage. It gets twisted halfway and a puzzled expression rises to her face. But still it's clear that she's trying her best. Hey, are you alright, Satoru? I mean, Kokoro? Are you really okay? Without looking directly at the wound, Yuni worries over me. Like, I really want to know what the history of this Yuni is. Like, to ask Utsumi how long he's been here. Oh my god. I would almost swear that she's shipping Satoru and Hotori. Do your best, Hotori-chan. On the other hand, Utsumi is behind Hotori, cheering her on. I suddenly feel an out-of-place sensation. Utsumi calls Hotori Hotori-chan very naturally. Even though her real name is Inubushi Keiko. Well, I imagine, how do you even know that? Like, what if her real name is Hotori, And Inubushi Keiko is the name of her other personality. Are Hotori and Inubushi Keiko different enough to tell apart at a single glance? Is there a large enough difference to tell Hotori and Inubushi Keiko apart at a single glance? A difference between the two personalities. Or is it that only the Hotori personality has surfaced lately? Thinking along those lines, an unpleasant thought comes to mind. What if the girl before my eyes who's treating me right now isn't Hotori, but Inubushi Keiko? Or maybe Inubushi Keiko never had DID in the first place. She's like pretending she had DID from the beginning. Okay, you're kind of getting off track there, Kokoro. The probability of her being the one who attacked me grows remarkably higher. Not noticing my feelings of unrest, Hotori lets out a deep breath. The treatment is over before I know it. My left arm is stiff from the bandage. It's really uneven. That's incredible!
下手くそだね。
You're bad at this. Hotori hangs her head in embarrassment.
ありがとう、ほとりちゃん。
Thank you, Hotori-chan. Hotori smiles slightly at my words. Afterward, Utsumi wraps the bandage again correctly and administers a painkiller. Thanks to that, the pain goes way down. Except my head is a little foggy. A side effect of the painkiller, most likely. I lie across the sofa and take a deep breath. Utsumi brings me a blanket.
安静にしててね。
And try to get some rest.
はい。
Yes. Utsumi also sits down on the sofa. Yuni and Hotori sit down as well, relief on their faces.
僕が停電直したんだよ。すごいでしょ。
I was the one who fixed the power. Oh, sorry. I was the one who fixed the power. Aren't I amazing?
偉いわ、ユニくん。
How bright of you, Yuni-kun.
いや、それほどでもないけど。もっと褒めて。
Now this seems like the adorable Yuni that we know and love. Nah, it wasn't that big of a deal. Praise me more. Hotori watches the conversation with a smile. Among these three people is the one who attacked me. It seems unimaginable while looking at a calm scene like this, but it's certain that the culprit is among them. Who was it that attacked me? Why? To what end? During the treatment, they all seemed extremely kind. Everyone worked as hard as they could to treat me, to treat Satoru with tender care. Underneath that mask of kindness, there's someone whose true nature is that of a killer. Hello, Mirage, welcome to the stream. Who should I believe in? I can't trust anyone. I want to trust them, but I can't. There's no certainty. Ah, my worst nightmare. How could there be no certainty? Ah! I can't be convinced. I feel like grabbing my head and screaming. Throb. My arm hurts. Even with a painkiller, it pulses with pain whenever I move. If I were to be killed while in this body, Satoru's, what would become of my existence? What would become of his existence? Well, we now know that thanks to the bad ending. If you, apparently you can jump bodies while he's dead in the other body. So it seems like something that was set in motion. Even if he dies, you still jump into his dead body, which is really annoying as fuck. The anxiety remains inside my head. This world and that world. Newspaper, Yuni, Inabushi, the personality transfer. And now there's attempted murder on top of that.
わからないことだらけだよ。
There are so many things I don't know.
ねえ、サトル。じゃなくて、ココロ。
Hey, Satoru. I mean, Kokoro. It seems that Yuni still didn't used to be me being Fuyukawa Kokoro inside Satoru's body. He frowns for a moment from his mistake.
ココロ、どうしたの？
What's wrong, Kokoro? Once again, he stares into my face.
ねえ、ココロも褒めてよ。僕が停電直したんだよ。すごくない？
Hey, you praised me too, Kokoron. I was going to fix the power, you know. Isn't that amazing? Yes, it is, my little smarty pants. Drawn in by the sight of Yuni's pure and guiltless smile, I smile too. I don't believe that this smiling child is a killer. I don't want to believe it. I would totally believe that the Yuni back at the cabin is a killer. I'm starting more to think that these two Yunis don't necessarily switch, but they can switch. And that for some reason, the Yuni from the plane is here. Like they may have switched once. But for that to make sense, the other Yuni must have some way of accessing information from this Yuni, like they can see through his eyes or something like that. I don't want to believe it. Swallowing the uneasiness in my mind, I try to act as normal as possible. That is amazing. Right? How did you fix it? Do you have some knowledge of electricity? That's... I went there and did that and it was fixed. So then, how did you fix it? Well, what do you want to know? I used magic. Why won't you tell me? Because I don't want to say. Yuni. Because...
ねえユニくん、もしまた停電があった時にユニくんの直した方法を知っていれば私たちでも対応できるでしょ?
Hey Yuni-kun, if there's ever another power outage, if we knew a Yuni-kun fixed it, we'd be able to deal with it ourselves, right? That's the lovely Utsumi being a moderator.
お願い、教えて。
Please tell us. I do, Bargov, plan to play Chaos Child whenever I can get a proper translation of Chaos Child Noah. Like, seriously. I mean, Chaos Head, Noah. Jeez. I want to play them in order. I was planning to play it a while ago, but it seems the translation truly is cursed. Anyone who ever keeps trying to translate it just ends up giving up on the project. God. I'll give you a hard candy later. Although I don't have one on me. I won't be baited by food. I just want to tell you, Bargov, I've already fully seen Steins Gate and Steins Gate 0. So I would just be playing the Chaos and Robotics Notes series. I won't be beat up by food. Then Utsumi claps her hands. Oh, hello, Guppy Force. Welcome to the stream. In that case, I'll make you a cake later. For real? Cakey? Oh man, that's awesome! What happened to not being baited by food? Yeah, this is the lovely Yuni. This is the sweetheart that we know from the plane. The evil trickster Yuni is the one that's at the cabin. They are totally two different people. I smile bitterly. They must have just switched once, but for whatever reason, the cabin Yuni knows what's going on in the facility. I smile bitterly, but I'm genuinely enjoying this silly conversation. A gentle warmth spreads through my distrustful heart. Even though this trivial everyday life was only natural until now. Ever since the plane crash, everything's gone mad. I want to go back as soon as possible to those days spent laughing innocently. Yuni easily confesses how he did it. There really wasn't any reason for the power outage. The breaker on the switchboard had just been tripped. Yeah, that's what you do here. Whenever something goes out, you just flip the breakers. That's probably due to the earthquake, is what Itsumi guesses. Though Yuni had told us that he'd fixed it, he hadn't really done anything but set the breaker back to how it was. That's why he didn't want to tell us so badly. Oh, come on, Yuni. You were being very resourceful. While everyone was panicking, you kept your head cool and thought of the most logical situation. That is nothing to be embarrassed about. His having said he fixed it with great confidence, when he didn't actually do very much, is probably very embarrassing for him. While I will still fully praise you, Yuni. You were quick thinking. By the way, it seems that there's no whipped cream stored in Sphia. So Yuni completely fell for Itsumi's lie. Oh, come on. Thanks to that, it's a lot of work soothing Yuni out of his bad mood. Seems the switchboard is in the basement. I was attacked at a convenient time during the power outage. If the power outage wasn't caused by the earthquake, but by human hands, there might be a clue there about my attacker. I decided to take a look. The basement feels pleasantly cool. I use a pocket flashlight to examine the inside of the dimly lit room in detail. The switchboard is near the ceiling. I can't see it very well from below. Isn't there a step ladder or anything? No, but there's a ladder. What do you mean? That's clearly a step ladder. No, that's a ladder, Kokoro. Yuni, that's a step ladder. Oh, Kokoro, you have a lot to learn about the world. God damn it! If you step on that cardboard box, you'd be able to reach it. The cardboard box feels so unreliable, though. Tell that to Solid Snake. I'm looking for a step ladder. I search for something that looks like it could be used as a footstool. I just so happen to find a wooden box of appropriate height, so I use it in place of a step ladder. I peer into the switchboard. Nothing particularly suspicious here. Switches are covered in dust. There's only one with an imprint left by Yuni's thin finger. And that means there's no signs that it's been touched by other people too, so... Interesting. Was the baker tripped by the earthquake after all? While twisting my neck, I jump down from the wooden box. And the moment I land, I lose my balance. Oh, fuck. Ah! Ow, 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 ow. I land on my bottom in an unsightly fashion, causing tears of pain to spring from my eyes. Jeez, you're so clumsy. Are you really 20, Kokoron? Are you sure you're not really a child? Responding to Yuni's line with a wry smile, I feel a sensation similar to deja vu. I heard a similar line in the basement of the shelter cabin.
Yuni?
Hey, Yuni?
Nani?
What? I challenge him with the same question. You're not a clone, right? I wonder what the Yuni here will answer. Oh! They are the same people! Oh my god! No, I told you I'm not a clone. You just asked me that before, right? My heart jumps. I unintentionally began staring intensely at Yuni's face. Come on, you better ask him for more details. Don't just be like, oh well, I guess that proves it in my mind, and don't ask any follow-up questions. Come on! Before. Before as in when? Fucking hell, Yuni! Before as in before. When I ask him what he means, he only replies with before. Fucking hell, why are you being cryptic now? It seems that always gonna reply with no matter how many times I ask, fuck you. Left with no other choice, I changed the question. Wow. Why would you do this, Yuni? Can't you just ask, like, were you there in the freaking cabin with me? Just ask that. God. You really do know who I am, right? Huh? You remember Fuyukawa Kokoro, right? Yuni's face instantly clouds over. Yeah. The tone of his voice is devoid of the energy he had just before. Okay, tell me your timeline. How did you get here? I got on the airplane, and then it crashed. Yes, yes. Kokoron was protecting me. He wasn't aware of the jump either. But before I realized I was here, he did jump along with her. I knew it! I fucking knew it! Yes! This is not his real body, is it? His original body is with the evil Yuni back at the frickin' thing. The wooden cabin. When I came to, I was in this place. Kokoron wasn't here and I was really lonely. So I wonder what did Utsumi think when she heard him talking about the plane crash? I guess, did she think it was a dream or something? Or something that had happened to him in his own past? Like, just as I thought. I'm convinced. Alright, please don't, you better not swap us out right now, I fucking swear. Hey, is Satoru really Kokoron right now? Yuni looks like he's on the verge of crying. Yes! Behind his glasses, his eyes begin to grow wet. Poor Yuni. Child this small thrown into such an unfair situation. I feel like taking in my arms. However, why not? Oh, because if I hug him, then I might start to cry too. So cry! This is a time to cry, please. Oh, come on, Kokoro. Don't be like that. Come on, don't start whimpering. You're a boy after all, so he can still cry if he's want to. He's still a little kid. I intentionally try to use a bright tone. Yuni's expression grows complex. Fuyukawa Kokoro has entered Yukido Satoru. It's probably too difficult to erase that sense of incompatibility. He's probably not even aware of the evil Yuni. I wasn't crying. As if trying to hide his tears, Yuni suddenly turns on his heel and runs up the stairs. Alone inside the now quiet basement, I bite my lip. As I thought, Yuni is teleporting. Teleporting? I don't think he's teleporting. I still think he's swapping with the other Yuni. After all, he's wearing different clothes in both places. Unalesca. Oh, Zarmega's Final Fantasy X. I knew that reference. I don't know if the timing is the same, but there's a high possibility that it's the same cycles when we change places. Wow. Kokoro is just following the exact same line of logic I had from before. In other words, I never break contact with this one Yuni, but now I don't think that's true anymore, because of how the Yuni in the basement was acting. I think they might have swapped once. And another Yuni never breaks contact with Satoru. See, this is a theory I had a while ago, but I'm starting not to think that anymore. Because the Yuni in the cabin acts like a completely different person. So it could also be possible that they can switch minds, but they only swapped once. And for some reason they can share information telepathically. Because Yuni might not even be aware of the swapping, if that's the case. Because this other person he's swapping with is a clone of him. And he probably just thought he was brought to the facility by somebody, rather than swapped into it. He's probably not aware that that's not his own body. Maybe he can't even make sense of how he knows this information about what Kokoro said earlier. He just... this is what I thought a while ago, but the Yuni in the cabin acts too different. Another Yuni never breaks contact with Satoru. Or maybe there's never been another Yuni in the first place. I'm sure there is. This is getting so confusing. It'll be better to try and confirm this with Satoru. Since it's him, he might be able to read some sort of answer. Satoru, huh? In this situation, no matter what anyone says, the only one I can put my absolute trust in is Satoru. Only Satoru I'm unable to see or meet. Well, I mean, I can see him. Hey, what kind of person are you? Much as the bandage wrapped around my left arm. I'm certain that Satoru's wound isn't self-inflicted. There's no reason. It's based on my intuition. My body shivers as I remember the fear I felt in the darkness. No, that's wrong! There's no way it's a self-inflicted wound. I'm sorry. Looks like I hurt you a bit. I couldn't protect you. As if confirming the presence of its warmth, I silently rubbed my left arm. Swap back? Oh no, we're back here. I returned to Satoru's private room. A dry blood stain remains near the entrance. With an unpleasant feeling, I sit down on the bed. I find a note on the top of the desk. It's a message from Satoru. Panicking, I pick up the note.
Hey, come on, Kokoro.
He's mad all of a sudden.
何よ。
What? I get a little angry. The scrawled sentences continue.
Transfer at 1:07 p.m. That's it? That's all there is? Is that all you want to say? Certainly as a reply, what you wrote was wonderfully concise. You replied perfectly with what I asked after all. I somehow understood what the illustration you asked meant too.
Oh my god! Satoru is a nerd. He's a nerd. He doesn't look like one, but he's a total nerd. Oh my god. Oh wow, I'm starting to ship these two already. They're just two goofballs of two completely different types. Oh my god, he's an over-analytical goofball. Satoru. The illustration meant nothing. Oh my god.
I somehow understood what the illustration you asked attached meant too. But you know, isn't it cold to write only one sentence back? Can't you, I don't know, write something a little more detailed? We can't meet in person, but at least we're lucky enough to be able to exchange information. Won't anyone try to make use of this? You agree, right? We're kind of like partners, you know?
I unintentionally burst into laughter because Satoru is fucking adorable. Yep, I understood why he got angry. Sorry, seems like a guest has arrived. I'll continue writing later. Alright, before I forget to write it, did you already listen to the voice? Oh, that's him saying that.
Sorry, seems like a guest has arrived. I'll continue writing later. Before I forget to write it, did you already listen to the voice recorder in the shelter cabin? I'm mentioning it here just in case. Looks like someone's after me. Be careful. When I'm in the shelter cabin, I consider your body my top priority too. I don't mean it in a weird way. Well then, I'm counting on you, Kokoro.
A guest has arrived. Yeah, what the fuck does that mean? The part that says sorry seems like a guest has arrived bothers me. Guest? Is that guest the culprit who attacked Satoru? That's true, yeah. That might be who knifed him or whatever in the dark. It could also have been an accident. Because, like, maybe the blackout happened and they were carrying a knife for whatever reason, like with cake or something, I don't know. It's no use just thinking about it. I sit down in front of the desk and attempt a serious reply, and she's gonna get swapped. I pick up a pen and start a new note. It's a fresh sheet of paper.
書き出しがいいのかな。
Where to start? I run into this problem again. I'm not very good at writing letters in the first place. Where to start? Salutations. Please forgive the lateness of my reply. I hope this letter finds you well.
苦しいかな。
That's kind of formal. But with that said, something like Dear Satoru is way too embarrassing.
何迷ってるんだかな。
Oh my god. She has a kind of crush on him. That is adorable. What am I hesitating for? It's kind of strangely awkward. Yep. She has a little crush. I remember when I was in elementary school writing my first love letter. In those days, my parents wouldn't buy me a cell phone. Therefore, I was a girl unfamiliar with email. In order to convey my feelings to the boy I liked, I wrote his letter by hand on stationery. Damn, writing email on your phone before the era of freaking keyboards on the phones? Like, seriously, that just seems way too much effort to be worth it. I remember, like, really in ancient times when people had to send texts using number pad. And I would never use that. That just seems way too fucking tedious. I just waited until they put proper keyboards on the phones. In order to convey my feelings to the boy I liked, I wrote a letter by hand on stationery. With my heart pounding, I poured my entire spirit into what I wrote on every letter of every line. Remembering it makes me feel nostalgic, but embarrassed at the same time. By the way, as to whether my love was requited or not, I'll silently lock that up in my heart. Now then, it was not the time to get lost reminiscing. I held my pen and put strings into my left hand. Ah! Come to think of it, my left arm was hurt. Even though I'm left-handed. Oh, I didn't know that. I won't be able to write anything like this. With no other option, I hold the pen in my right hand. For the opening sentence, I decided to go with something rather simple and straightforward. Nice to meet you, Yukito-san. The characters look like wriggling earthworms. It's completely unreadable. I crunch the memo paper into a ball and throw it behind me. But even so, my dominant arm is useless right now. Oh no. I let out a sigh. I take another stab at it. I can't write! What fresh dramatic irony! I feel like crying! In this situation, I'll use my spirit! Yep! If I write with spirit, I should be able to get all the nuances across. I force myself to go on, struggling against myself to continue writing. Nice to meet you, Yukito-san. I wonder what I should write. There's so many things I want to write, I can't seem to bring it all together very well. You can probably just tell by looking, but my handwriting is like this too. This might be difficult to read, so please forgive me. First off, I'll report all the important things to you. I've read all the messages you left me on this notepad. I was only able to listen to half of your message on the voice recorder left at the shelter cabin. But I was at least able to listen up to someone. It seems someone's after me. And about your left arm. The one who cut your left arm. That's someone who was the one who did it. That person tried to take away your life. Basically, that's the situation, right? But just who is that someone? Please explain it in more detail. What's happening with Satoru's body? Why is it that you believe someone is after you? Or then, did you say that on the shelter cabin's voice recorder too? I was only able to hear part of it, so I don't know. Oh, she's actually able to write a good bit here. If by chance you didn't record it there, please reply here. But about the culprit. The truth is, it's not as if I don't have any ideas. Baka. Here I hesitate to continue writing. I'm not confident that it's okay to write this. But at any rate, if Satoru and I don't properly share all our information, mysteries we will be able to solve together will go unsolved. In the end, I stop hesitating and continue to write. There's no reason to beat around the bush, so I'll just go ahead and write it. Suzukai Hotori-chan, you're aware that she has DID, right? Recently, she's been fixed in her Hotori personality, though. However, I don't think it'd be unusual for her hidden personality to awaken at any time. By her hidden personality, I mean the other personality hidden within her. The reason I killed 12 people in Awazumi Hospital. It may be possible that personality is targeting you, Satoru. I say that, but it's not as if I had any decisive evidence. It might not be appropriate to write things like this, even though I don't have any real evidence. Even so, I don't think I'll be going overboard to be vigilant. Please be careful, just in case. Next, about Yuni. It's extremely complicated, so I can't say it very well. What should I do? That's right. Okay, first there's something I need to ask you. Have you ever met a young boy by the name of Kusada Yuni? Kusuda. You know, right now I'm thinking this. Then maybe Yuni is teleporting. Teleporting as in both his body and consciousness are transferring together. And the timing of his teleportation is the exact same as when Satoru and I transfer. Do you get what I'm trying to say? In other words, at the same time that I transfer back to Mount Akakura, Yuni's mind and body... jump back to Mount Akakura as well. Because if this isn't so, I can't explain how Yuni could exist as two people at the same time. That's why, by my prediction, Satoru shouldn't have met Yuni even once. That's what I think. Which is it really? Have you met Yuni or haven't you? Please tell me. I have two more things I want you to tell me. The first is about Sophia. Satoru should know much more about this than I do at the facility, right? Damn, she's writing a fucking novel. That's why I want you to tell me everything about Sophia. How to get outside, how to communicate with the outside world. Second is about the shelter cabin. And the time that I'm away from the cabin. Please tell me if anything important happens. I'm sorry. Feels like all I'm writing is please tell me, please tell me, please tell me, and things like that, huh? As an apology, here's a report. First, about the earthquake. An earthquake occurred at Sophia. Because of that, the breaker was tripped and a blackout occurred. It's fixed now, though. Time for the transfer? I checked properly just like you told me, so here they are below. 107 transferred to Sophia. 140 returned to the shelter cabin. 603 transferred to Sophia. 636 returned to the shelter cabin. Ooh, it's the same amount of time. 33 minutes. It's like a almost like a scientific type of thing here. Okay, so they can only swap to the other person's body for like a half hour. 733 transferred to Sophia. Okay, so it should be 806. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Transfer occurred 5 times, 2.5 round trips, and at present I'm still here. It looks like times are all over the place, but do you think there's a pattern? Well, one last thing. I'll do as much as I can while I'm in this world, so Satoru too, please take care of my body. Things are pretty bad here, but it's a serious situation there too. Might be kind of weird to say this, but please try not to die. No matter what happens, I'll protect your body until the very end. So you too, Satoru. Please protect my body. Live, survive. 2 of us together will escape from this weird phenomenon. And then, I can't think of anything else. Anyway, I'm waiting for the day I can meet you. Ah, that is too adorable. For sure, somewhere will. So then this is where Kokoro will enter message. Kindly forgive the roughness of my writing. Later then. P.S. If you do anything weird to my body, I will never forgive you. Don't touch it too much, okay? Rather, don't touch it at all. P.P.S. Come to think of it, I forgot to write something important about the newspaper. You saw it too, right, Satoru? Newspaper that was in the shelter cabin? Wow, she managed to write just about everything. Well, I guess that answers that question. Oh my god. Okay, you guys. I think that this is a great place to stop for now. The place where bliss resides. 16% through the game. Doing pretty, going at a pretty good decent pace, I think. What is this? Stream number is 6? Yeah. So it's at this pace, what is it going to be, like 30 streams, I imagine? So, damn. I'm so glad that they're really now really got a communication system going and they're going to get to work together. I'm so glad. So glad that they're actually talking now. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. We'll continue with some more Rose Gun Stays on Sunday and more of this on Tuesday. So until then, I will say, So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.